Welcome to my Passion Travel channel, a channel specializing in street food and travel. Mechoui, slow roasted lamb or goat, seasoned with spices. Mechoui involves a few key ingredients and a methodical process to achieve its flavorful, tender result. Here's a basic recipe for mechoui. Ingredients: whole lamb or goat, approximately 8, 10 kilograms or 18, 22 pounds. Spice blend. Adjust quantities according to taste. 2 tablespoons. Paprika. 2 tablespoons ground cumin. 2 tablespoons. Ground coriander. 4 cloves garlic. Minced. 2 tablespoons. Ground ginger salt to taste. Black pepper to taste. Olive oil. Fresh herbs. Optional for garnish. Lemon wedges. Optional for serving. Preparation. Prepare the meat. Thoroughly clean and pat dry the whole lamb or goat. Trim excess fat if desired. Make deep incisions or cuts in the meat to allow the spices to penetrate and flavor the meat thoroughly. Prepare the spice rub. In a bowl, mix the paprika, cumin, coriander, minced garlic, ground ginger, salt, and black pepper to create the spice blend. Season the meat. Rub the spice blend generously all over the lamb or goat, making sure to coat it evenly, including inside the incisions. For a more intense flavor, let it marinate overnight in the refrigerator. Preheat the oven or grill. If using an oven, preheat it to a low temperature, around 150-160 degrees C, 300-325 degree F. If grilling, prepare a charcoal grill. Cooking method. If using an oven, place the seasoned lamb or goat in a roasting pan and cook it slowly at a low temperature for several hours, approximately 4-6 hours, or until tender, basting it occasionally with olive oil and the meat's own juices to keep it moist. If grilling, traditionally, mechoui is cooked on a spit over a charcoal fire. Rotate the meat slowly to ensure even cooking and baste it occasionally with olive oil and the spice mixture to keep it moist. Check for doneness. To ensure the meat is fully cooked, use a meat thermometer to check the internal temperature. For lamb, it should reach at least 63 degrees C, 145 degree F, for medium rare, and up to 71 degrees C, 160 degree F, for medium. Rest and serve. Once cooked, let the mechoui rest for a few minutes before carving. Garnish with fresh herbs and serve with lemon wedges, Moroccan bread, salads, and condiments of your choice. Seafood, freshly grilled or fried fish, especially popular near the coast. Seafood is a prominent part of Moroccan cuisine, and Rabat, being a coastal city, offers a wide array of delicious seafood dishes. Here are some popular seafood options you might find in Rabat. Grilled fish. Freshly caught fish, such as sea bass, sardines, or bream, seasoned with Moroccan spices and grilled over charcoal or open flames. The fish is often served with a drizzle of olive oil and lemon. Tagine with fish. A Moroccan tagine made with fish, tomatoes, onions, peppers, and a blend of spices, slow cooked to infuse flavors. Chermoula, a marinade made from herbs, spices, and oil, is often used to flavor the fish. Stuffed calamari. Calamari stuffed with a mixture of herbs, spices. Sardine chermoula. Sardines marinated in chermoula sauce, made from cilantro, parsley, garlic, paprika, cumin, olive oil, and lemon juice, and then grilled or fried. Fish kebabs. Skewers of marinated fish, often interspersed with vegetables, grilled and served. Mediterranean seafood salad. A refreshing salad featuring mixed seafood like octopus, mussels, shrimp, and calamari, combined with vegetables, olives, and a tangy dressing. Marinated grilled prawns. Large prawns or shrimp marinated in a blend of spices, garlic, and lemon juice, then grilled to perfection. Fish tagine with preserved lemon and olives. A tagine dish prepared with fish, preserved lemons, green olives, onions, and a medley of aromatic spices. In Rabat, seafood is often cooked using traditional Moroccan methods, incorporating a blend of spices, fresh herbs, and marinades to enhance the natural flavors of the seafood. You can find these dishes in local restaurants, markets, and street food stalls along the coastal areas, offering a taste of Morocco's rich maritime culinary heritage. Loubia, Moroccan white bean stew, often served with bread. Loubia is a flavorful Moroccan white bean stew that's popular in Rabat and throughout Morocco. It's a hearty and comforting dish, often enjoyed as a main course, especially during colder months. Here's a typical recipe for preparing loubia. Ingredients: white beans, 2 cups dried white beans, such as cannellini or navy beans, soaked overnight and drained onion, 1 large finely chopped tomatoes, 2-3 medium tomatoes, diced garlic, 2-3 cloves, minced olive oil, 2-3 tablespoons, paprika, 1-2 teaspoons, cumin, 1 teaspoon, ground ginger, 1-2 teaspoons salt, to taste black pepper, to taste bay leaf, 1 or 2 leaves, optional, fresh parsley or cilantro, chopped for garnish, optional. Instructions: preparation of beans. Soak the dried white beans in water overnight. Drain and rinse the beans thoroughly before using. Cooking the stew. In a large pot or Dutch oven, heat the olive oil over medium heat. Add the chopped onions and sauté until they become translucent. Add the minced garlic and diced tomatoes to the pot. Cook for a few minutes until the tomatoes start to break down and release their juices. Stir in the paprika, cumin, ground ginger, salt, and black pepper. Cook the spices with the onion and tomato mixture for a minute or 2 to enhance their flavors. Add the soaked and drained white beans to the pot. Pour enough water to cover the beans by about 1 inch or 2. If using bay leaves, add them to the pot for extra flavor. Bring the mixture to a boil, then reduce the heat to low, cover the pot, and let it simmer gently. Simmering and cooking. Allow the loubia to simmer for about 1.5 to 2 hours, or until the beans are tender. Stir occasionally and add more water if needed to maintain the desired consistency. Taste the stew and adjust the seasoning as necessary. Serving. Once the beans are tender and the stew has thickened to your liking, remove the pot from the heat. Serve the loubia hot, garnished with chopped fresh parsley or cilantro if desired. It's typically accompanied by Moroccan bread or crusty bread for soaking up the flavorful sauce. Briouat, triangular pastry filled with meat, cheese, or vegetables. Briouat, also spelled Briouat, is a popular Moroccan pastry that's often served as a savory appetizer or snack. It's known for its triangular or cylindrical shape, made from thin layers of pastry dough filled with various sweet or savory fillings. Here's a typical recipe for savory briouats. Ingredients: filo or work pastry sheets. These can be bought pre-made from stores. Filling options: choose one or a combination. Meat, filling: ground beef, lamb, or chicken, 250 grams, around 1-2 pound. Onion, 1 medium, finely chopped parsley and cilantro. Chopped, a handful ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon. Ground ginger, 1/2 teaspoon salt and pepper. To taste cheese filling: feta cheese or any soft cheese of your choice, 200 grams, around 7 ounces. Parsley, chopped, a handful ground cumin, 1/2 teaspoon. Black pepper, to taste egg, 1, beaten, for sealing the pastry. Vegetable oil, for frying instructions. Prepare the filling. For the meat filling, in a pan, cook the ground meat over medium heat until browned. Add the chopped onions, parsley, cilantro, ground cinnamon, ground ginger, salt, and pepper. Cook until the onions are soft and the flavors are well combined. Allow the mixture to cool. For the cheese filling, crumble the cheese into a bowl and mix it with chopped parsley, ground cumin, and black pepper. Set the mixture aside. Prepare the pastry sheets. If using phyllo or Worka pastry sheets, cut them into strips about 8-10 centimeters, 3-4 inches wide. Keep the pastry sheets covered with a damp cloth to prevent drying out while working. Fill and shape the briouats. Take one strip of pastry and brush it lightly with beaten egg along the edges. This helps in sealing. Place a small portion of the filling at the bottom corner of the strip. Fold the pastry over the filling to form a triangle shape. Continue folding in a triangular shape until the entire strip is used. Seal the end with a little more beaten egg. Frying the briouats. Heat vegetable oil in a deep frying pan over medium heat. Fry the briouats in batches until they turn golden brown and crispy on all sides. Ensure the oil is hot enough, but not too hot to avoid burning the pastries. Remove the briouats from the oil and place them on paper towels to absorb excess oil. Serving. Serve the briouats hot as an appetizer or snack. They can be enjoyed on their own or with dipping sauces like harissa or a yogurt-based sauce. Kebabs. Grilled meat or vegetable skewers seasoned with spices. Kebabs, a popular dish worldwide, are also a beloved part of Moroccan cuisine. In Rabat, you can find various types of kebabs served in restaurants, street food stalls, and markets. Here's an overview of different types of Moroccan kebabs. Brochette, kebab. Ingredients: cubes of marinated meat, commonly beef, lamb, or chicken, skewered and grilled. Marinade. The meat is typically marinated with a mixture of spices, such as paprika, cumin, coriander, garlic, olive oil, and lemon juice. Serving. Brochettes are often served with Moroccan bread, salads, and sauces like harissa or chermoula. Kofta kebab. Ingredients: ground meat, beef, lamb, or a combination, mixed with spices, onions, herbs, and sometimes breadcrumbs. Preparation. The seasoned meat mixture is shaped into elongated cylinders or balls on skewers and grilled or cooked on a charcoal grill. Serving. Kofta kebabs can be served as a main dish or wrapped in Moroccan bread with salad and sauces. Vegetable kebabs. Ingredients: skewered and grilled vegetables, such as bell peppers, onions, mushrooms, zucchini, and cherry tomatoes. Marinade. Sometimes marinated in olive oil, herbs, and spices before grilling. Serving. Vegetable kebabs can be served as a vegetarian option or alongside meat kebabs as part of a mixed grill platter.